I Came, I Sowed, I Conked It is the first segment of the 8th episode of the first season of the Book of Pooh. And in this one, Rabbit is really celebrating everything beautiful about seeds and gardening. And there's this one sentiment he expresses about how it's so wonderful that everything a plant becomes, the flowers, the shrubbery, the vegetables, or the fruit, if it's that, are all contained in that tiny little seed. And I'd never thought of it like that, and it kind of blew my mind a tiny bit. And I thought that was wonderful. And then Rabbit sings a lovely song about gardening, and Piglet joins in, and then Tigger comes along, and the labels on the seeds kind of get a little bit messed up. So Piglet and Tigger have to work hard to try and rectify the problem, but obviously they don't know exactly which labels belong to which patch of soil, and things don't go according to plan. I really enjoyed it. I loved seeing the garden grow and flourish. Everything looked wonderful. I think there's a real celebration for gardening and homegrown vegetables and fruits. And as I said, Rabbit kind of blew my mind with the thought that everything starts out, everything in the garden starts out as that teeny, teeny, tiny seed. And that's really quite magnificent. And something I just never really thought about or put into that perspective. And it's kind of made me want to do some gardening. I'm not very good at gardening at all, but I really enjoyed it. The songs in it are very good, beautifully. The puppetry work is really good as well. Really enjoyed it. Definitely a very moving and thought-provoking episode, but very educational, informative as well about gardening. And Tigger and Piglet didn't quite understand that those signs were not there to tell the seeds what to grow into. They were just there for Rabbit to know where he'd planted what things, which seems obvious, but I guess if you're younger, that might not be too obvious. And seeds are pretty magical. So for seeds to know what's on a sign, it's not against the realms of impossibility for young minds. Really thoroughly enjoyed it. I Came, I Sowed, I Conked It is a beautiful episode of the Book of Pooh.